Welcome. Now we're going to start designing the individual parts of our blog, putting more effort in using our own custom graphics, positioning the text where we want it, things like that, rather than just using the default blog layer that SiteGrader lets you exploit if you want to. Now this is going to start right here with the posts layer. So I have a big pink rectangle on my page, and its name is main-posts. The posts hint being the important hint in this particular case. The posts hint is exactly like the column hint. The posts layer will itself not be visible on the final page under normal circumstances, though there are ways to make it visible. And the contents within the boundary of the posts are considered to be the part that makes up a post. Now, the post layer is not just a column. It also has the feature that its contents will be repeated over and over for every single post when we're looking at the blog in multi-post view. So we can expect that everything that's in here will be repeated over and over for each post. So let's take a look and see what we've got inside this post layer. So inside the boundary of this post layer, there's a little divider, little red bar, little graphic we've made there. And there's also a blog data layer. The blog data layers really now start to come on their own because this is where we're going to use them a lot. This particular blog data layer has two identifiers inside of it, and there's one called post older link and a second one named post newer link. So one will become the link that will take you to the older posts, and one will be the link that takes you to the newer posts. Now these particular links will only appear in the single post view. You won't see them in the multi-post view. One other new thing that we're showing here with this identifiers is this newer link identifier has a vertical bar in the middle of it. And then on the right-hand side of that vertical bar is some text that says new stuff over new stuff. If you look at the documentation for these links, you'll see that by default, the older link and newer link become double arrow, older, newer, double arrow is what the default text representation for them is. But if you want, you can override that. And so I can make, say, for example, the newer link, we're overriding post newer link. And by putting the little vertical bar, then I can provide my own text for the link right here on the right-hand side. And so now this link is going to be, say, new stuff, and that's going to be the link rather than newer double arrow. The other blog data layer we have up here. It also has two identifiers in it. It's got the post title, and then indented slightly and spaced a little bit away, it's got the post content. Now the post content is also using a vertical bar, and the second part of this post content is just some lorem ipsum. This lorem ipsum will be ignored. This will not appear on the final page, but the post content affords this little extra argument just to make the post content look more like the post is going to look in your Photoshop file. So rather than having such a short little identifier being replaced with such a big hunk of text, we can actually expand this identifier out with the little lorem ipsum. That lorem ipsum will be ignored, and the whole thing is ultimately going to look somewhat like it does here in Photoshop. So with that, we're ready to go. Now when this page is built, it looks like this. So here we are, we're on our sample blog page with our sample blog entries, and notice here are our posts, and they each have that little red divider after them, so it's all looking good. The post title is here, the post content is there, everything is looking good. If we go into one of these posts, we'll see that the full post is there, and at the bottom are those navigation links. Here's the default navigation link for going to the older posts, and here is the link that we made for going to the newer ones. So it says new stuff and older. So with the posts hint, we can now specify the elements that we want to be in any post and really start to fill these things out. There's a lot of identifiers and really get it quite rich. This should also brings us to the topic we'll see a little bit more of in a second, which is that not all identifiers can be used in all places of the page. In the post identifiers, for example, identifiers that begin with post can be used in a variety of places, but they must always be used at least within a posts block. There's some other blocks they can be used in, but they can't be used outside the post block. But the blog identifiers, such as this one at the top of the page here, it says blog name, these don't have to appear in any block. Blog hints can appear anywhere on the page. We'll visit this concept a little more in the next video.